Boxing Day shopping has arrived and consumers are looking for a great deal at the right price, be it online shopping or standing in line at 6 a.m. According to Visa, Canadians who plan to shop will spend approximately $300 today. Join me now with some Boxing Day bargain shopping tips is Jeffrey Schwartz, Executive Director of Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Canada. Good morning, Jeffrey.
Good morning to you.
All right, lots of folks are excited about today. They're out there, they're waiting in lines, they're getting ready to shop. But a lot of folks are actually shopping online from home.
Makes it a lot easier. I mean, one of the things that I love about online shopping is you can do it in your pajamas. You don't have to stand out. I mean, we're in Canada. It's cold this time of year, so you don't have to stand online and freeze. Well,
it's really interesting. I mean, one of the stats there said that today Canadians who are going to be shopping are going to spend approximately $300.
It's a lot of money.
$300 in bargains, hopefully. A lot of bargains out there to be found.
Yeah. It's, I mean, this time of year, it's the busiest shopping season, part of the year for Canadians.
Right.
And on average, people are going to spend somewhere between $600 and $800. And if they're spending about $300 of that during Boxing Day time, I mean, why not do it online? It's a lot of money.
Well, speaking of online, it says that this year, 46% of Canadians are going to do their shopping online. So let me ask you, are people as impulsive online as they are when they're in the shopping malls? Because you know when you go to a shopping mall, you get all crazy, you start buying stuff you don't need. When you're actually sitting at home shopping on the net, do you think it's a little bit more, it's safer?
I'm not so sure that it's safer. The thing that we probably want to talk about is that people are more impulsive when they use credit cards. So the only way you can shop online is by using a credit card. So tends to say, oh, well, if this big banner ad pops up and say, wow, that's a great deal.
It's like click add to cart, click add to cart.
Makes it pretty easy.
Well, can you give us some money-saving tips for shopping today?
Well, one of the things that you want to do is to make sure that when you're shopping online, comparison shop. That's the beautiful thing about the net is, I know it's probably one of the last tips, but there's so many different sites there that you can, and I've done that. I've created a spreadsheet and say, I know that they sell it at this and this store, comparison shop. The other thing too is set a limit and stick to it. Okay, it's probably part of a budget, or if you haven't done a budget at Consolidated, we're all about making budgets. So make sure that you stick to that limit, stick to your budget, and don't go off. Because you talked about impulse shopping, and really that's the biggest problem we get into. And you know what? We could end up paying for these things for months and months because we bought them on impulse and we didn't have the money to do it.
Right, so set a budget, make sure you stick to it. What I also find this interesting, price matching has made a comeback this year. So you can actually go into one store online, or you can see online and compare it to another and get that price, get the lowest price.
One of the biggest retailers out there said that, you know, just bring in the ad and we'll match the price if it's in a similar item. So I think it's an excellent idea, especially if you can do it in the comfort of your own home, find what those prices are, and then walk into the store and say, listen, match this price.
And I guess another thing would be buy what you need, especially coming out of Christmas. You don't really need to get something just because it's on sale. You actually need to plan your purchase.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things I'm probably going to be doing today is we put off a purchase within our house saying that, you know what, let's do it on Boxing Day because it's something that we need. The wants are what's getting people into trouble.
All right, and what about these other technicalities when you shop online, things like shipping, restocking, things like that we need to be aware of? Should we be worried about that when we're buying things?
Absolutely, because it all adds to the price. And at the end of the day, you want to make sure that this is really a deal that you're getting. And if you start to add up all these costs, if you're buying something from the States, there's going to be customs and duty on top of the shipping. So these are all going to add to the price of the item that you're buying. It may not be a great deal after that.
All right, so lots of great tips there. Let me ask you, after buying tons of Christmas gifts, and I'm going to be shopping today for sure, how do I recover my finances after the holiday season?
That's a tough one, and you know what, everybody's feeling that pinch. One of the things that we say ahead of time is don't buy unless you can afford to pay it off within 60 to 90 days, and that's what your goal should be. So set up a budget very early on in the year, after you've done all the shopping and you've laid out all your statements. Say, listen, when can I feasibly pay this off by, and make that one of your priorities so that you're not carrying these bills into the next holiday season and still paying for stuff from last year.
All right, thank you. Very wise tips. Definitely will be using them today.